Good morning. So I'm doing story time. I want to write some books and do some web series, but right now I can't really do that. I can, but I'm gonna need characters and stuff and it's a different kind of web series. Like I'm not doing a full script. Anyway, holla at me if you're interested. But in the meantime, and I'll do different scenes in different areas, so it could be that's fine. But in the meantime, I do want to tell a story. So I there's these two queens, and one of the kingdoms were a little bit corrupted. Um, Actually, probably both of them were, but one was definitely corrupted. And as it, um, as they found out about it being corrupted, they both met. So one of the um, one of the queens already knew her kingdom was corrupted. She was trying to actually, I think she was trying to fix it. I don't really know. You could determine that on what you you know get out of the story. But the other one, she was kind of known for that as well. And one of the queens, when she decided to, um, when they both decided to hang out, one of the queens felt as though, well, since my kingdom is corrupted, this queen could help, but she won't help. So I'm gonna just make her. And in the beginning, she did, but as time went on, she stopped helping for a reason. It's just that she didn't make it known. And so the queen with the corrupted kingdom decided to just start, you know, letting things happen the way they they were going to happen. And it seemed as though that was the only way though it was going to happen, is making that person do it. So all they did was they took they took everything. The queen was still okay after a while, but she was held captive and they took everything. And so as they took everything, um, the queen became angry over time because she didn't really understand why they had to do it that way. She didn't also understand why they couldn't just wait. And sometimes when things happen with people or what's going on with them, it seems more important to them than other people. So sometimes people do things, you know, irrationally, and that's kind of how it worked. Well, when the kingdom that took everything released the other queen, she decided, not that she decided, but that kingdom decided to just move forward with everything and do things the way they wanted to do things. The queen that was held captive decided to go back, not really for war, but just to find out, like, well, what was the purpose of all of that? She still was like trying to figure stuff out versus just shutting shit down, and that would be so much easier. If you look at it in that sense, like, you have a whole kingdom. One has a whole kingdom, the other one has several. The one that has several is the one thinking, like, no, wait a minute, what's going on? Why? What she discovered was their queen wasn't being treated right. Their queen was actually having to deal with some things that were beneath her, if you will. And she started feeling bad. Like, what is that? Like, why is that happening that way? And so she started to want, then she started getting angry in that sense. Like, now she's angry in another kind of way, because she's like, wait, what was all of that for? Where is it? Your kingdom looks the same, kinda. What's the problem? And your queen is not really being treated right. So she wanted to wipe the whole area out. Somebody tell me what, I studied a lot of history. Somebody tell me what story that reminds you of, with somebody wiping out another city. It's in the Bible too, but I'm saying, somebody tell me these references, okay? I just want to have that kind of conversation, actually, because I really do like that subject in college, and just in general. I like history. I love it. But so anyway, the queen decided, you know what? Maybe I should just wipe your city out, like, because your kingdom out. Excuse me. Because if I do that, then possibly you could probably actually start better. Like, I mean, what's going on? You're not being treated right. So she kept thinking she wanted to consult with some other people, but she couldn't consult with anyone. So she consulted with, she consulted with the Almighty, obviously. I mean, there's nobody else besides people. So, that's what she did. And, ultimately, things worked out on both ends. But, very interesting story, eh? So much more to it. I actually really could go. But, what do you think about that story? What would you change? Obviously, if I put it as a web series, I wouldn't actually have it that way. I would actually change the platform of it completely. However, what do you think about that? Like, would you watch that? Would you try to figure out, like, why that was happening too? Like, what the fuck did you do with it? Excuse my language, but facts. What did you do with it? Where'd it go? Gotta have something to show for all of that. I mean, you did a lot. Anywho, that's my story time for today. I'll have another one another day.